Doctor Who, Delta and the Bannermen, the third story of the seventh Doctor, is written by Malcolm Cole and starring Sylvester McCoy and Bonnie Langford. So the title was going to be The Flight of the Chimaeron, but then changed to Delta and the Bannermen, which referenced a British band called Echo and the Bunnymen.
The sky is blue, my hands untied, a world looks true through our clean eyes.
The scenes at the Shangri-La holiday camp were shot on location at Butlins Barry Island in Wales. The motorbike was made by British manufacturer Vincent Motorcycles. So the story begins with a war on a planet Shamaria between Chimaerons, who look like those green soldiers from Toy Story, and Bannermen. Sadly, all Chimaerons are killed, leaving Delta the only one left, and she gets given an item, which is an egg. So meanwhile, the Doctor and Mel arrived Tollport 6715 and met Ken Dodd's character, Tollmaster, apparently their 10 billionth customer, and they won a week of Disneyland on Earth 1959.
1959, the rock and roll years.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, let's go, Doctor. Please agree.
While CIA is using a phone box, Mel went in the bus called Nostalgia Tours. Delta came along as well. The Doctor decides to use the TARDIS as a flying in space, which great effects by the way. The bus crashes into satellites. Luckily the Doctor uses his TARDIS to help everyone in the bus to land to safety, and ended up in Shangri-La camp in Wales. That scene was filmed in Butlins Barry Island in Wales. So while everyone met the manager Burton, the Doctor and Billy are taking a look at the bus, meeting Ray. Not that Ray. That Ray, there we go. Mel shares a room with Delta, who's not saying much. So at the dining room, Mel tells the Doctor about Delta and what's making her nervous. Bannerman questioned Tolman and he told him that he lost traces of the bus after the crash. Sadly, Gavrock shot him. After the Doctor dances with Ray, Delta wandered outside. As the Doctor was following her, he discovers Ray crying in the laundry because of Billy crushing on Delta. While Mel is kind to Delta and about to tell us something, we get a scary hatching scene which terrified Mel. The Doctor sneezes gave his and Ray's hiding place away. Keeler held them at gunpoint and he doesn't kill for money, he does it with joy. Yikes.
She's worth nothing to you.
I don't just kill for money. It's also something I enjoy.
The guitar scene at the end of the story is a Squier Stratocaster by Fender, although the model was not available at the time the story was set. So Gavrock self-destructed Keeler, knocking the Doctor and Ray unconscious. So Billy came in, so he and Mel found out more about Delta and her race. So at daytime, the Doctor and Ray woke up and decide to warn Burton about Bannermen on their way. Billy takes Delta and the child out on his motorbike, called Vincent. So after convincing Burton to warn everyone, they all evacuated. While Mel and Murray are given those quark crystal for the bus, the Doctor and Ray rides on the motorbike to search for Delta and Billy. Again, Sylvester McCoy is great as the 7th Doctor, absolute joy to watch. And I do love Bonnie Langford as Mel, she's great, very sassy and likeable. Don Henderson played Gavrock, who's the leader of the Bannermen who goes on a mission to exterminate Chimaerons. Bannermen are criminal humanoids, they're pretty badass, they should bring them back as well. Chimaeron, that's how it's spelled by the way, are insect-type humanoids from the planet Chimaeria and sadly almost extinct, done by the Bannermen. Belinda Main played Delta, who's a Chimaeron, queen, and the last of her kind. David Kinder played Billy, who's a mechanic and becomes Chimaeron as he fell in love with Delta. Sarah Griffith played Ray, who's also a mechanic and motorcycle enthusiast. Apparently Sarah Griffith, Sophie Aldred and Lynn Gardner auditioned for the role, and it went to Lynn, but she was injured in a scooter accident, so she couldn't do it. Well, she did the announcer voice, so it went for Sarah instead. The character was created to replace Mel, as Bonnie Langford announced leaving the show, but they ditched the idea and allow Mel to stay until the end of season 24. Chimaeron Princess is taken as an egg, taken care by Delta, played by 4 actresses in one serial. This one is played by Carly Joseph, the one before is Laura Collins. The baby ones are played by Jessica McGough and Amy Osborne, and I think she's a great character. They should bring her back and see how Princess Chimaeron is doing. When I first saw this, the voice and screaming freaked me out, especially when she said mum. Oh, that's terrifying. Richard Davis played Burton, who's the manager of Shangri-La in Wales, and he was Major in British Army. Ken Dodd played Tollmaster, the sole employee at Tollport 6715, and according to novel, the description of the character is scaly alien instead of human appearance. Johnny Dennis played Murray, Nostalgia Tour's bus driver. Brian Hibbert played Keeler, who's one of those passengers on the bus overheard about Delta and her species, so he reports them to Bannermen. Hugh Lloyd played Goronwy, who's a beekeeper. What I heard was someone called Corey Eadson suggested to Stephen Moffat that Goronwy could be a future Doctor, similar to the Curator because of his mysterious alien nature, and Moffat liked the idea, which is how in The Name of the Doctor, where the 11th Doctor says he's planned to retire and take up beekeeping. Stubby K played Jerome Weissmuller, and Central Intelligence Agency agent. The cast did a great job, the sets and effects are brilliant, the music by Keith McCulloch is pretty sweet, plus the songs they have in it are Rock Around the Clock, Singing the Blues, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, Mr. Sandman, Good Night Sweetheart, Good Night, That'll Be the Day, Only You, Lollipop, Who's Sorry Now, and Happy Days Are Here Again. Here's to the Future by the Laurels is pretty catchy, and Keith McCulloch played one of them, funny enough. As the Doctor and Ray has found Delta, Billy and the child, Bannerman arrives, so they get away and arrived at Goronwy's house to keep Delta, Billy and the child safe. So the Doctor decides to borrow Billy's motorbike. By the time Murray has got the bus ready, Bannerman sadly destroyed it and killed Murray and the passengers inside it. Oh, it's horrifying and so emotional. So they took Mel and Burton hostage. The Doctor arrives and being so rebellious to Gavrock. I just like how he just spat while he was eating that whatever it is he's eating. Well, it's definitely meat, I can tell. As he set Mel and Burton free, Bannerman started pointing guns, and the Doctor is thinking he might have gone too far.
Actually, I think I may have gone a little too far.
So the Doctor, Mel and Burton got away in a motorbike, brave move. While Ray has set two American men free, the Doctor, Mel and Burton arrived at Goronwy's house. So as the Bannermen came, Shimmeron Princess screams and growing, which stung Bannermen and warned the others that Bannermen are there. As they got away, they noticed the TARDIS is surrounded by the barriers, so Gavrock and Bannermen went to Goronwy's house, but there was no one there. And shelf full of jar of honey fell on them, and the Bannermen were attacked by bees. Not a bad trap, I would say. So everyone sets the traps for Bannermen, so Princess Shimmeron screams through the speakers to stun all Bannermen. And Gavrock fell into the barrier where the TARDIS is and got exploded into atoms. So in the end, everything's alright. Bannermen are tied up. Billy drank those Shimmeron drug to become Shimmeron, to be with Delta and the Princess, which is understandable. New holidaymakers arrive, and the Doctor and Mel disappeared away in the TARDIS. It's such a shame that a lot of people hated this story. I actually enjoyed it. It's a fun story. It has scary moments and great moments. So that's Delta and the Bannermen. Drop your thoughts on the comments down below. I'm not saying no one is allowed to have their own opinion, but if you have something positive to say about this story and would like to write that down on the comments below, that would be great. Thanks people as always for watching, and see you in the next video.